Good evening and welcome to Friday Live. Of course, we are coming to you from, any guesses? There we go. And I'm here. It's the second Tuesday of the month. And that means y'all are stuck with me. Had a great weekend. Absolute fantastic. Many of you know Container Man 68, Roy Hardwick. He was passing through town Friday on his way to make a delivery up in Tulsa. And I gave him he popped into the Friday's live stream, and I gave him a rash of crap for not stopping in and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he called me up. He says he's finishing up in Tulsa. He thinks he's got enough hours, driving hours, to get here and get loaded. And then he'll have a 34-hour reset. So after he got loaded and shut down at the truck stop, I went down and picked him up. He came out here Friday evening and we putzed around. And then Saturday, I went back and picked him up, and he and I operated the layout, did a couple different trains, and then we went over to Whistle Stop Hobbies, where he bought more than just a few things. And then we went to the Oklahoma City Model Railroad Museum, which is pretty cool. It's been a year since I've been there, and they've done a lot of work on it. So everything was good. We spent, God, hour and a half. You can, on Roy's channel, you can look at our operating session. Roy's or my channel, you can look at the operating session or the trip to the Model Railroad Museum if you so choose. So anyway, we did have a good time. So first in was this morning about 11:30-ish, and that was
Big bay window with a view of the stars and a field full of corn.
Yes, Mr. Dwight Curley was first, followed by our numerous Canadian friends.
To Canada, it's a Maple Leafs Day. Canada.
And after Floyd was Mr. Lynn McCurdy. And another of our Canadian buddies. Oh, I always look in the wrong spot. There it is. And after James was Mr. Todd Armstrong. welcome. And then probably my favorite intro.
I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. No. I'm overdue. I'm really in a stew. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late.
In fairness, Mr. Joe Rader was on time today. And every time John shows up, of course, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Every time John shows up, it's a celebration. So.
Say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. Say it's your birthday. We're gonna have a good.
Every day's John's birthday. And man.
On that Great Northern Railroad, I live, laugh, and grow old, and I left my dreams behind. Perhaps on account of me, my kids won't ever have to see life on that Great Northern Railroad.
Todd, I definitely will get one for you one of these days. And next on the list was
The magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
all right. And after Rayron, we had Rusty. I don't have one for you. I don't believe. I don't. So I'm going to have to do one for Rusty too. But I do have one for Sparky. And I think I skipped over someone. And that would be somebody. Here he is.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle.
All right, and that's everybody so far. All right, now what did I miss? Greg Order Broadway Limited F7A. There you go. Yes, all the half the show is actually 20% ish. Well, it is hot here, so I do have my ice cold cherry limeade. All right, and mostly, I've been working on and have finished the grade crossing, which is right. Where is it? Switch here. You can kind of see it. I'll move this over a little bit. Oops. All right. So, anyway, I got the grade crossing done, but since I have 7 IR sensors hooked up to this thing, it's highly sensitive to the amount of light in the room. First, it was sensitive to the heat. Now it's sensitive to the light. So if I close the garage door, darken it up in here some. Yep. All right. And turn it on. And good, it did not just come on. Then I can turn on my commuter train. That's on the Motorman. You still can't see it with the darn, can you? Let us switch camera. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. And if I unzoom it, there we go. What the hell? Well, that's unusual. Especially since I just cleaned the track Friday. So I gotta ask, last month on Track Tuesday, I was Mr. Mumbles. So hopefully I am not Mr. Mumbles any longer and you can hear me fairly well. Great, John. I appreciate that feedback. No more mumbles. And with this new setup and a remote microphone, I can leave and walk down to the other end of the layout. And the audio should stay the same. From one end of the layout to the other. All right. So I just wanted to play and show how those signals work. And all the sensors work, but the problem is there's so many sensors. I think they're picking up so much light that it distorts the functioning and makes it overly sensitive. Hey, Mr. Ray Bertelson. All right, catch up in a bit. And I can switch over to this view. And this will allow you all to see me as well. So, as a reminder, it's the big weekend coming. Is this the big weekend, or is it next weekend for Sparky's Meet and Greet? I think it's this weekend. Everybody say hi to Ray's mom. Hi, Ray's mom. Hey, Thomas Gressy. Yeah, Thomas, the whole idea was to try out this We Honest pack, and the problem I have is I have to, on this setup, which is this whole layout was just designed to test things, all right, before I tried to put them on a shed layout eventually. And We Honest had these complete signal sets for $100. That included 4 sensors. Well, I needed 7 because of how the track configuration and how tight it is. Now the shed layout won't be like that, but everything else about it works fine. So what I could test and take it down to 2 sensors if I wanted or whatever. But if I really wanted to do it right, I'd go with Iowa Scale Engineering train spotter signals, not signals, sensors. They're the best I've seen and worked with. I have those on the Motorman, which is controlling this commuter train right now, and it never, ever, ever fails me on this layout or back in Florida. Now, granted, if some piece of debris or whatever gets in front of it, yeah, it'll do it, but you just blow it off and it's ready to go. So, all right. Hello, John Train VFGR. Welcome. And let's go back over to this one. Now I'm trying to figure out why this camera the lower right on both those views, the same camera. Oh. Huh? See, on this view, it doesn't. Huh. But if I unzoom it, see, it goes like that. Whereas, I wonder, I bet you. No? Huh. Hey, Ray's mom, again. Mr. Ken Amos has joined us. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, last Friday, I asked people to vote on whether they wanted me on my Workbench Wednesdays, which, by the way, I will not have one tomorrow. I'm not going to do them the week that I do On Track Tuesday. But if they wanted to see me work on scenery, decoders, speed matching layout, or structure builds. So anybody that wants to vote, you can go to my last Friday's live stream and in the comments, put your vote in. I got 2 votes so far, and they're both for scenery. And there's not a whole lot of scenery left to do. Hello, Ed Hodge, on this layout. A lot of detailed stuff, but for the most part, scenery is done. I'm going to do like some back drop work right there at the intersection. making that street kind of be a forced perspective. And one thing I did, and I'm glad I did, was I put in a cutoff switch for those crossing signals. So after it's done, I'll cut it off in the up position. And just after a while, that bell will drive you a little batty. And that's a Rapido E8 with 2 Rapido gallery cars. No, well, 1 gallery coach and 1 cab coach. So we're going to cut that off. All right. And I'm going to open that garage door back up because it's getting hot in here. Even though I have a fan on, there's no circulation. It heats up quickly. And in about 30 seconds, those lights will go off on the building sign in the lower left and on the station platforms. Greg agrees. Hello, Randall. Welcome. And there we go. So for my lights, I just use a landscape light photo cell transformer, and it is directly above the layout pointed at the ceiling up there above the LED lights. And works perfectly. I think, let's see if I can get you a picture of that. Let's do this. And do that. And all right, you can see the shelf back there. All right, and the photocell transformer is on top of that. So. There. And you can see the brightness from the sunlight because the sun's going to clear that door here pretty quick. We're going to have it directly coming in. So I asked a question earlier. I don't know that I got a response. Is Sparky's meet and greet this weekend or next? I think it's this weekend. And if I would have had a viable passport, I would have gone. I didn't realize it was expired. Of course, I haven't been out of the country in 4 years, maybe. So, but I love Ontario. I spent a lot of my youth in Ontario. If anybody is interested in the Oklahoma City train show next weekend, August 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Okay, thank you, Floyd. The Oklahoma City train show is in November, and it is the what's wrong way? Weekend of the 15th. So it's the train show's on the 15th and 16th at the Oklahoma City Fairgrounds. Anybody that wants to come into town, let me know. We'll find some time to do some operations. We can cook out out back and go over to the Oklahoma City Model Railroad Museum. And you can. There's also the rail fan cams. There's a rail fan cam there. If you want to take a look. And John Train, BFGR, says there's a train show this Sunday in Ancaster, Ontario. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I think Tulsa has a train show coming up too. But the Oklahoma City train show is fairly good size. And always deals to be had. So cool. What else is happening, guys? I'd like to go to Sparky's, just go to that meet and greet just to go to Sparky's and run some trains. I'd like it better if Rapido had my 40-tonner ready. But those aren't due in until December-ish, I think. And then I pre-ordered 2 sets of the Chicago CTA transit subway cars, whatever you want to call them, L cars. So I ordered the 1 set, and I got them in the old cream and green. Yes, Ed, the meet and greet is in Canada. In Ontario, Canada, to be more precise. And I would guess, I don't know where Sparky lives, but I would guess it's in or around the Toronto area, maybe. So, my wife, I took my now wife, I took her to Niagara Falls to propose. We flew from San Antonio, Chicago, went up to Michigan, introduced her to all Cambridge, Ontario. Okay. Introduced her to all my mom's side relatives. My mom had passed away a year before. And then we went up to Mackinac Island, crossed over into Ontario at Sault Ste. Marie, and went around Sudbury, and then dropped down, straight down to Toronto. And we went into a McDonald's, I'm a romantic type of guy, for lunch, and ordered some Big Macs or whatever. And they asked us what we wanted to drink, and I just said a Coke. And she said she'd have tea. She wanted some iced tea. And the little girl looked at her with this quizzical look. You got to remember, this is back in 1984. So, yeah, looked at her with a quizzical look, and I could see she didn't know what to say. And I said, okay, hot tea, big glass of ice. All right. And she said, oh, okay. And she looks at my wife and says, do you want cream in your tea? Which for a Texas girl, you don't put cream in iced tea. But in fairness, you don't order iced tea in Canada. At least not back then. So anyway, we left there and hey, JD, and went to Niagara Falls. Took her up in the Skyline Tower and overlooking the falls. Had a nice romantic dinner. And after it got dark and the falls were starting to get lit up in all their glory and the different colors and all this kind of stuff. We're at that rock wall by the big gift shop. You know, it's been in hundreds of movies. And I dropped to one knee and I said, Cheryl, will you marry me? She looks at me and she says, I don't think I'm going to live long enough. And off she goes to the gift shop restrooms. I'm just sitting there going, what? And she came back about 20 minutes later. She didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, okay. And finally asked her, I said, well, she goes, well, what? I said, you going to marry me or not? She goes, I don't know. I'm going to go back to the range. She hauls ass back again. Needless to say, she did say yes. And we've been married over 40 years now. But, you know, at one point in our marriage, she said, I'm not very romantic. And I looked at her and I said, what are you talking about? Well, you never get me flowers. Do this, do that. I looked at her and I said, you know, I did the most romantic thing I could think of by taking you to Niagara Falls so I could propose. And if that's not romantic enough, flowers or anything else isn't going to cut it. So quit waiting for flowers. So anyway, Dwight, we did play your song while you were gone. Just thought I'd let you know. Well, I did break out my tote full of landscaping, scenery type stuff, and so I can get to town and do some landscaping on the rest of it. Now, okay, you got a train ride for Sparky's deal. Otter Valley trains that aren't people going to Nicollet Testa? Well, there's so much to do in Niagara. We went down to rode the Spanish cable cars, and you know, I've taken a tour when as a kid. When I was there, we took a tour of the dam, hydroelectric dam. All right, of course, the floral clock. Yay, scenery! Yeah, Lynn, you and John voted for scenery. Yay, you guys. Big delay in sound. Well, between my picture, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about why there would be a delay. Yeah, Ray, that trumps into your problems. Okay. So anyway, I was looking at what scenery and stuff to attempt to do, and one of the things is back here. Well, I'm having a hard time with this camera. Where am I at? This one here. Okay. So what I want to do here is do a forced perspective here. That's one thing. I want to put a tree also right here at this corner. And I want to do a tree back here. Maybe one over there. Offset, of course. And then other than that, I've got, well, hell. There we go. I've got to finish up the ground around the building. I've got to finish up the lumberyard area, put some weeds and grass, tall grass in here in between, sporadically between the tracks. So that's kind of the plan for the scenery to do. Jason. And where's the mod to take care of what person? What person? Oh, T-Sag. Oh, well, I can take care of that person. There we go. There we go. Okay. Better? Did anybody know him? I didn't know him. In case people didn't know, I think I'm at 399 subscribers. Back when I first started, hey, PKNW Modelworks, welcome. Back when that's the first time I've ever had a troll. So I'm at 400, Jerry. Okay. Well, then the announcement's even more timely. Back when I first started the channel in 2020, because I didn't have anything else to do during COVID. So people were having contests and everything, and giving this away and giving that away, and so forth. And I jokingly said, well, if I ever hit 500, I'll give away a DCC locomotive. So that offer's still out there, guys. When I hit 500, I'm going to give away a gift certificate for my Canadian friends, probably Otter Valley, for my American friends, probably Iron Planet, but I'm open to anybody, you name it. And for my British friends, just tell me a hobby shop that does gift certificates, and it's going to be in lieu of the actual locomotive, because everybody, if I gave away an actual locomotive, it would be a CB&Q. Okay, and most people would prefer having their own livery, so I will give away a gift certificate instead. But that's 100 away, and of course we'd have to stay over 500 for a few weeks before I actually did it. All right, so it's out there. Yeah, I think Jason did it. So 500 subs, only 100 away. So, but most of the people in the community already are subs. So it has taken me. The first year I got 100 subs. Second year I got 100 subs. Third year I got 100 subs, and it's taken me 2 years to get to the last 100 subs. So any of y'all that aren't a sub, Todd, our first brass locomotive was CB&Q 080, many years ago. Oh, okay. My first locomotive was a Tyco 40-ton all metal, and I still have it, all metal switcher. and I still have it. It's got a split frame, and I've had to redo the insulation and all that kind of stuff. Someday I might put a decoder in it. Jason, I didn't answer your question about my ringleader. All right, let me go back. Hang on. I gotta go back and find it, Jason. I missed it. You know, trying to run this thing by myself. Where's my buddy Robert at? I don't know. Unless he's at your house. Is he at your house by chance? So, you know, I give away stuff every now and then. First thing I ever gave away was a Equitrack. And Rick the Tree, Fulls Bailey Railroad won it. So the only place I know Robert might be Flying Crow would be at your house, Jason. Now he's gotten quiet, right? No, and Lynn never gives anything away. I get boxes of stuff from Lynn. I still have an oil derrick, a caboose, a car, and something else that Lynn has sent that I have to put together. Oh, you tried calling him? I don't know where he's at. Well, he barely knows how to use a cell phone. So don't text him because he won't answer. You know, Lynn sent stuff to a number of us over the years. I've gotten a 280 consolidation, and I got a 282 Hudson, whatever Hudson is. Got that. No, I don't think I got that from. Got that from somebody else. Like all these switchers that I did recently, that I did all conversions on, 2 VO1000s and an SW 1500. All those came from them. Yeah, you got that one, but I've gotten one from them too. So there. Jason. I've gotten one from them too. I've got more than one. So I've gotten 4. So there. No, that's not true, Lynn. I got more than 3 little switchers. You gave me that little consolidation that I did a series of things on. I'll dig it out, matter of fact. Oh, it's somewhere in here. It ain't in that box. There it is. Lynn. You gave me this one. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. What'd Bob say? Where's Bob? Way to go, Bob. 1,500. Nice, nice, nice. So, anyway. There's no Workbench. Lynn, listen up, Lynn. because I know you'll be texting me in the morning. There is no Workbench Wednesday tomorrow. All right? No Workbench Wednesday tomorrow. My garage is too organized. You ought to see the workbench. It's a mess. I have to shut everything down for a week and clean. So this is just one of my 2 workbenches. If I go over here, and then I go there. Oh, let's go there. All right. Yeah, but you can't see much of it, unfortunately. I can go there. All right, I can go over here. All right, that's the paint booth. But if I swing it around, get my saw out of the way. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's kind of the rest of the workbench and the other computer. I'm on the other side of the car from this one. I could show you the rest of this workbench. So, all my other stuff here. Yeah, I've sent pictures in the section podcast when they do the workbench things. I've sent pictures in on more than one occasion for that. And they actually like to see all the messy workbenches. So. All right, Randall, you have a great evening. Oh, that's bad. That's unfortunate there, Jason. I've got 2 monitors here. I wish I had a third, so that I wasn't constantly switching stuff. But I've got a Planar, Planar with a touch screen that I've had for a long time, and I really like it. I'd like to get another one. And then I've got a TV, a 32-inch TV here right in front of me that I use as my main monitor. So, and then I got a crappy little tiny monitor over on the other computer. Yeah, if anybody goes back and looks at some of my old videos where I was building my Florida layout in sections, you could see how my workbench, which was nothing more than the bench work, moved as I progressed on building it. So, all right, Jason, tell Amanda we all say hi. And I don't know. That was a good question, Jason. Oh, where's Robert? I bet she's on vacation somewhere. Probably ask Wilmer. None of the guys showed up tonight. Huh. That's a good one there, Lynn. I did, Bob, to your point, original point, even though the workbench is full of crap, when we moved here 2 year and a half ago, I am the world's messiest person. And trying to find a tool, all right, is an exercise in futility. So when we moved here, everything is either on pegboard. If it won't fit on pegboard, it's in these cabinets down below. There's a cabinet on the other side, plus I got shelves back there. So almost everything, all the big tools are, well, not the really big tools, but all the hand tools, so to speak, and hand power tools are all visible. So when I can't find something, I just go stand right over there and look into the garage, and I can find it. It's going to be within view. All right. What's in the cabinets, for the most part, is train stuff. Although I do have a shop back in one of the cabinets down here. The cabinets are train stuff. Tools and everything are up above. So anyway. What? All right. Well, if he's flying to Canada, tell him don't take his pocket knife, Lynn. Double check. Make sure he doesn't have it with him. Exactly, Bob. I trust me, I do too. And that's the only way to survive. Was to put them out where I could see them. And like I say, not everything is visible, but almost everything that I'm going to use. And even with that, I've got a bunch of stuff on that shelf back over those 2 shelves back, or 3 shelves back, 4 shelves. Actually, there's 5 shelves stacked up in there. So sometimes something's buried. Oh, his brother. Okay. Well, remind him anyway. Just to make sure it's not a genetic flaw. All right. Well, guys, we're pushing an hour. Oh, his brother's enlisted in the Army. Oh, joy. All right, guys. We're going to call it a night. Remember, Sparky, not this weekend, but next weekend, has the meet and greet up there in Ontario. If you make it and have a passport, I would highly recommend going. So, and you can mark on your calendars weekend November 15th for the Oklahoma City Train Show. And anybody wants to come on down, I think Jason's coming. Robert might, Flying Crow, we'll see. So with that, hey guys, y'all have a great day. Bye.